So we get back out on snow, it might even be like the second day. And reviewing where you left off, sometimes a good idea. We did a bunch of motor skills exercises over on the stage one of warming up for our beginners. And here we are right here, we're doing some wedging exercises. While we look up and keep our head down, or look forward and down, but not at the tips of the skis. And we can play with that. So we're exercising that. And then we're going to a little bit of a traverse in the progression. And stopping. Traverse. We can exercise stepping around and traverse the other way. All things we did, a little progression. And then we have the downhill phase. We could remind ourselves that we can actually stop facing downhill. So all the way to a stop, and then pull your legs together, and all the way to a stop. Pull your legs together, and all the way to a stop. Be patient, wait for it. Okay. Now we're going to balance on the downhill leg and pick up and step. Just raise it up a couple times. It could be very little. Okay? Then go into a wedge. So you're wedging downhill. And now we're stepping on the left leg. And raising the right. Turning all the way up the hill because the way. So, back to the let's go back to you leading the way down and taking a run. Because I liked what happened. Remember when you took that run all by yourself? And let's take a run like that. So what I'm going to focus on, I guess, on a teaching for me and my self-evaluation of how to instruct through this, is I'm thinking, okay, there's a lot going on in your mind. We've done a lot of exercise and a lot of movement. And more talk from an instructor can really kind of destroy somebody's moment. And you probably often can't even talk them out of it. So what I would like to is just have you go and work out whatever you feel like you need to work on without me telling you what to work on. You know a lot of the movements, right? We practice them. So let's try that. It's an experiment. And let you run. And I'm going to observe a little closer to make sure I'm understanding what's happening in our body movements. So a little movement analysis. And there is one important thing is to smile. Okay, take off with a smile. I will check with my long neck. So what that's going to do with somebody that expresses some frustration, maybe in a drill you tried, like we did skating down there, that frustration, sometimes you need to just let go, okay? Get that smile and let them make decisions for their life, okay? Depends on the age group, okay? Teenagers, sometimes depending on their personalities, it's time for them to make a decision. You've taught them a lot of motor skills, encourage that. And encourage them to make their own choices like we did. That was my choice, and look what it did. She had a very relaxed run down there, okay? Maybe we'll talk about movement analysis. What I would choose to do is to keep just taking some laps and having some fun and smiling. No more teaching, okay? So, Skyly, experiment with a different path down. Play with it like you may go further towards the trees and come back here halfway through and then turn back the other way with your good turn. Okay? Yeah. So, awesome. So an opportunity is to not ski right behind them. Let them get down there so they could watch you ski down. That was great. She chose a different path so she could ski away from the rope toe and the scary hill drop off with her good turn to the left. So if you were to start over here, you could use one of those bumps like this. You brought a good point up. Skyly thought that she needed to work on more of the knee under the body. And the femur, it works two ways. It's globally. I mean, it's a full, it can work every direction, really. So there's rotating the femur. And then there's where the femur comes and creates an angulation. So this is an angulation which gives us edging, and then we can turn the femur over for smearing a flat ski. Okay, so if we create angles by dropping our hip in, okay, that's a more advanced thing for carving and staying on an edge. Okay, so it just we need an exercise station to strengthen more of the rotation of the femur. Okay, and that's what you want to do when you're finding that new balance on your ski. You want to rotate the femur. Okay, more so than drop it in. You want to have it in enough to be on the big toe edge, but we're trying to rotate. So it's a tough difference, and we need to create some motor skill segments that really differentiates. Okay, so the other thing is learning styles. There's some people are musical, some people are very scientific. There's a whole, I don't know, there's a list of like 7 of them. The one that's coming off is the audible, the kinesthetic VAC, video auditory kinesthetic. Auditory, this kind of ties in with that, the musical person or the person that learns by rhythms and stuff like that. A little bit ties together, but I've done this in the past. You can turn on those senses, the learning senses to somebody by having them create a mantra, because a lot of times we lose focus on what we want to work on. And if you work on one thing, it can be helpful if you can stay focused. And by having an audible mantra, what you're going to do, like it could be small and tall and small and tall, and you do it out loud. It's going to keep us on pace. So Skyly's going to pick some mantra, right? What do you want to work on? What do you think is your
transferring my weight?
Transferring the weight. Okay. So let's create a mantra for it. Transfer. What's your pressure management? Are you shrinking, crouching at that right before the transfer?
I was trying to last time. I don't think I'm really lining it up right.
Okay.
But like I get the balance really good on this leg, so I'm better at turning with this one. But on this one, I don't do that so much. Okay. And I don't get this one skidding out of the way.
So so in brainstorming process, once somebody throws out an idea, you build on it, and I'm gonna throw out an idea. It'd be crouch, transfer, crouch, transfer. So that's a mantra I might choose. Mm-hmm. How about you? Yeah. Would that address what you're hoping for?
Yes.
Okay. Is it enough? Crouch, transfer, rotate. Rotate the leg. Because that has to happen. You get the transfer going, but you're still just going to go straight if you don't rotate.
Yeah.
So if we go crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Okay, here, so this is what it looked like in the wedge. There'd be crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. In some sense like that, you're doing it in parallel, which I want you to keep that going. Or did they just crouch, transfer? Maybe the rest is already there.
Rotate.
Okay.
Because I think I haven't been doing that.
Okay.
I think because I want to try doing tighter, like not tighter, but more turns in a run, so I'm getting more practice in that because I've been doing really wide.
Yeah.
I'm doing like 4.
Right. So you could change your rhythm. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Say that 3 times fast.
Crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate.
Crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Not much in an F in transfer. Okay, good. We created our mantra together. And again, I'm gonna let Skyly go ahead because she's very much taking charge of her learning, and I want to kind of keep that going. Self-evaluating, all that kind of stuff. Okay, crouch, transfer, rotate. And again, I'm going to stay at the top, and I'm going to do it once you can watch me go down. Well, so much for mantras. Was that a tailbone sound?
Huh?
Was that the tailbone sound? Okay, so is this what we're doing? Crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, maybe extend. Crouch, transfer, extend. I'm going to go first and give a visual demo of what I think we came up with. Okay? And then she's going to do it just as loud as me. And let's use the width of the run. Okay, so we're coming in. We're a little bit crouch. I'm going to transfer weight, extend, crouch, transfer weight, extend, crouch, transfer weight, extend, extend a little longer, crouch, extend, crouch, transfer, extend, crouch, transfer, extend. Okay. Crouch, transfer, extend. You got it. Crouch. And one more. Right into a crouch. Nice. Some people will change and they'll catch like the side of the trail. And all of a sudden, everything they wanted to do on that run is gone.
I'm pretty focused on skiing.
Okay. No, but some people will. Their fear of hitting the rope toe or the skiers coming up the rope toe will shut down everything you're trying to ask them to do. And then they're just trying to survive. So that's good. Okay, so the verbal mantra. Do you sing?
No.
You're not a singer.
Suck at singing.
So even if somebody maybe is not the musical singing out loud wanting to be talking and saying something, a mantra actually could be super helpful. We found it's helpful, so we're going to keep going with it.
Nope.
Yeah, you got it. Keep it, keep it. Nice. So she's starting to explore getting that pressure management that helps us unweight. It helps us release the old base of support, the outside ski as we finish. We want to release that base of support, give the base of support to the new turning ski. That way the other half can take a lead, okay? So we got the old base of support to a turn is here. We're crouching, and we're transferring the base of support to here, extending and rotating, okay? So that's what we're trying to accomplish. Those skills in skiing is our foot-to-foot pressure management, okay? That changes our, laterally changes the base of support from foot to foot. And flexion extension is a pressure management skill, okay? So we're crouched at the finish, we transfer weight and extend. Crouch, transfer weight and extend. Crouch, transfer, extend. Crouch, transfer. Okay, so something we're discovering is this side hill makes a problem for my turns and her turns to the right. So be aware of that and try to set them up with terrain that is balanced. You're making equal turns on both sides of the fall line. The fall line where the ball would roll. So I'm gonna take her over. We're doing the same thing. We need time with this. This flex, transfer the pressure, and extend the leg, okay? So that extension and rotation happens all at once. We talked about that. It's getting I decided that it was best to keep working on the extension, and she's already got a concept and was able to accomplish the rotation. So timing, and we just kind of want to play with it a few times. So same thing, audible, and then I'm going to demo again in the new trail. Okay, so crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Extend. Crouch, transfer. Oh, that's slow. You can stay in a wedge for this. Crouch, transfer, extend and rotate. Crouch, transfer, extend and rotate. Crouch, transfer, extend. The fall line's really hard to work with. But if you turn it all the way up the hill so you're going really slow, you probably could do a turn next to the rope. It'd be good for confidence, because it's your strong turn to turn away from it again. Extend, crouch, extend and rotate. Crouch. Slow, slow, slow. As slowest turn ever. And you're going to almost turn uphill on this one. Extend, rotate. And you're going to go up there. You're going up there. Go up there. See there? Oh. See, that's where we're going to fix you. No, I don't want to go there. Okay, so what we talked about is how to navigate that change in the fall line. It drops off. And we're going to try to master that and make a turn that comes complete, which makes it feel like you're turning almost uphill. And you could see there probably from a distance, there's no way she was doing what I was going to tell her to do. But I am certain that she'll control her speed by completing that turn on her left leg. Completing your turn on the right turn. If you just complete and keep rotating and turning that, so you like skiing uphill. Or skiing to the speed that feels right to transfer. Okay? And I'm going to give her another demo and go first. Okay, so we're dealing, there's fear components involved, there's all kinds of things involved. But I can tell you confidently can finish that turn for them. Okay, so it's going to look like this. We're going to do the crouch, finish, we're transferring and rotating. Crouch, transfer, extend and rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch. Okay, then we're going to take this one long, extended, and we're going to keep on it. And I'm going uphill. Crouch, extend, and rotate. Okay, so that's the turn. As you come off that edge, you want to take it uphill to control your speed.
Okay.
Starting in the crouch. Extend. Rotate. Crouch. I heard it.
Transfer, extend, crouch, transfer.
Extend and keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. You got it. Yes. Yes. You got it. That was it. You were gritting your teeth. Okay, that was really good. We might pick a transition off that further down, but like if this was a real situation, a life situation, and we were on a beginner slope that sloped into the rope toe of skiers, you wouldn't want to do this, okay, because there's skiers coming up the rope toe. You're asking them to make a turn close to that. Don't do that. But we're just here hiking up on our own, so it's like we're out somewhere open, practicing changing a turn shape, hanging on to a turn much longer than you'd ever want to, lengthening that duration, okay, of the crouching until we control our speed after we came off that transition, and then transfer, extend, and rotate. Extrotate. Extrotate, that's the word. Crouch, extrotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Crouch, transfer, rotate. Yes! Crouch, transfer.
Almost.
I think I was missing the transfer. Are you agreeing?
Yes.
The transfer didn't work. And that's what, you can't have a turn if you don't transfer. Exactly why you don't do a fall line adjustment where you're turning towards a skiers coming up. Okay, because there'd be a crash and people could get hurt. Okay, so play with this somewhere on the hill, find a good terrain that has a transfer, and work that. Okay, so we're crouching. Crouching. Transfer, extend. Crouch. 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 Crouch.